guys? So today we have another episode of Muay Thai Save Me. I'm here with my partner, co-host.
Co-host.
Co-host. There you go.
I like co-host. I like co-host.
It's been a long, 48 hours for us, and so we're running on Celsius. 3 hours of sleep, and that's about it, right?
That's right.
But we're pumped. We're always here. We like to give out good content and everything. And let's talk about last night. It was crazy, man. It was David's fight. It was exciting. We rolled deep. We were the loudest in the room. But things didn't quite plan out as we thought. But nevertheless, he did an amazing job. So. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think? I know that you're very happy with his performance, but you know, there's some things that you want to work on for the next fight.
Yeah, definitely. I was very happy with the performance from the last fight that he had. His last fight, if you guys didn't know, he ended up in the hospital afterwards. His balance was really bad that fight. He was getting tossed around. He was losing his balance. He was getting thrown around. And the very last round, for anyone that was there, they witnessed David getting shoved, and he got shoved so hard, he fell to the ground, and his neck hit the bottom rope, and he got that whiplash effect. And afterwards, he finished the fight like a strong trooper that he is, secured the victory and got the victory. But at the end, he was just feeling sick. His head was spinning, and they had to rush him to the emergency room. And he ended up having like a slight concussion because of that head trauma that he hit, when his head rocked back and hit the bottom rope. So I told myself going into the next fight, I was like, we got to work on that. Like, I don't ever want that ever happening to him again. And so we really drilled his balance, being more solidified in the ground, making sure his high and tight guard was there because he was getting caught with a lot of elbows in the last fight, a lot of punches that I felt like he shouldn't have been getting hit with. And so this coming fight, we were fighting a different type of opponent. We were fighting more of a traditional Thai style. He's more of a counter fighter, and David, it worked great stylistically because David's we call him the Predator for a reason, right? He always goes forward, always pressures, and it was just a great fight. I told David right after, David definitely landed all the power shots. Like, you could just see he hurt this guy every time he hit him with his hands. Hurt him when he hit him with the elbows. You saw the effect of it. The guy definitely had some strong low kicks, kicking him in the legs, and that we had to adjust a little bit. I told David to adjust his stance, and David did it without a doubt. And then that started changing his game plan up. So then now his opponent started throwing body kicks. Now, in that camp, we were training a lot. We knew the guy was going to throw body kicks. We just knew it. So our thing was, when you get kicked, you need to react. You need to come in with some straight punches first, get this guy to fall off balance. And so David did that from the opening round, just started doing it. But what happened was, in the middle of the second round and third round, he kind of just let off the gas. And it was just a good learning experience for him because although he was receiving kicks and knees, and I don't consider getting kicked in the arm a block, but it wasn't hurting him. You could totally see it wasn't hurting him. The knees weren't hurting him because he was blocking it with his elbow. The problem was it was scoring. And I told David after the 3 rounds was over, I said, David, that was a really close fight. You landed all the power shots that significantly made a huge impact. However, towards the middle of the second round, third round, I told him I'm always up front with my fighters. I let them know the truth. I don't blow smoke up their butts or anything. Right. And I told him, look, it's going to be up to the judges tonight. You definitely land the power shots, but if the judges scored those kicks and those knees, like how Muay Thai, typically score them very high, we'll see. You know what I mean? So we'll see. And sure enough, when the judges announced split decision, 29-28 red, I was like, oh, shoot, we're going to get it. And they said, 29-28 blue. So I thought, okay, here it comes. We're going to win by split decision. And they gave it to blue. And I was like, yeah, the judges saw it the way I had told David they were scoring those kicks because it wasn't hurting David. His body language would look good, but he wasn't hitting back. So I was definitely happy with his performance, but it gave him some huge lessons. what he needs to work on. And if you guys want to know what I told David, definitely tune in to our finale. For those of the people that don't know, right, we've launched a fight camp series where it leads David into each week as he progresses closer to his fight till the fight day. And you guys will hear what I kind of say to David and what we're going to be working on. And so here's a cool story if you didn't hear, buddy. Right after David's fight, we were in the dressing room. I'm talking to David. I'm talking about everything that happened. Dennis Warner, the promoter for WCK, comes in and he's shaking our hands and he's just saying, man, that was a great fight. And he's like, honestly, if I was one of the judges, I would have gave David the victory. He's all, in all honesty, because I felt like you landed more of the power shots and you inflicted the damage. It was clearly visible. But he also mentioned what I did. You were letting him score kicks and knees, and although you were taking him and you didn't look like it, he's scoring points. So sometimes it's just the judges what they like to see. Yeah. That's gonna kind of influence the decision.
So do you feel that on the third round, if he would have been a little bit more aggressive and just continue to pursue him, he would have won it?
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, because he started out the fight perfectly, and then as we started to get into the later round, he just kind of started letting off the gas. He started waiting for opportunities. He started waiting for him to make a mistake, and that's not how fighting works. At least not my philosophy. You don't wait for someone to make a mistake. You constantly be active, and that creates mistakes when you're being active.
And then I know that you said that in the video that's going to come out in the fight camp, behind the scenes, like what you're telling him after the fight, how his performance was. Mm-hmm. Obviously you have coaches like yourself, and when things don't go right and you're kind of upset or pointing out the things, do you also point out things like even when like your fighter does win, but they didn't it was kind of risky fight, like they didn't do what you told them to do they also get chewed out even if they win?
Absolutely. Like going back to when I mentioned about David's last fight, how he ended up in the hospital. Picture this. David's laying on the floor. He's not all there. And guess who's telling him what he did wrong and how he shouldn't be even laying on the floor right now? Because if you would have kept your guard up, if you would have been more grounded, that's just how I am. Yeah. And I think that's why not only David, but all my fighters in the past have always respected me for that, because they know I do it out of care. Yeah. I do it that I want them to perform at their best, and when they're not doing it, I'm gonna call them out on it. I'm not always that coach that yells and screams at you like at high lungs, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, no, you need to work on this, you need to work on that. I'm working on it because I know, you're supposed to give compliments, right? You want to boost up their confidence, right, leading up to the fight. But me, I've always had it the opposite. My crew Rex and my mom, typically my mom, would always tell me, like, I could win by knockout, and she'd be like, you forgot to do this, you forgot to do that. And I think that just resonated well with me, because that kept me humble, that kept me hungry, because I always kept hearing, I need to fix this, I need to fix that. So I like that because it kept me humble, and that's why I do it to my fighters, because I don't want anyone getting big-headed. You need to know that you have to always be working. And then that was a great learning lesson for David yesterday. It was just, this is why I tell you this, this, and this, because if you don't do it, this is what can happen. It's the greatest learning experience.
It was really good. Honestly, I was very impressed by everything from his previous fight and everything that he did and implemented from the stuff that you didn't want to see again, which was amazing. The energy was amazing, but dude, how cool was it that Supergirl went? Yeah. And like she was there to support, and she was cheering and everything, and like she was even yelling to giving some pointers out and everything. So what do you think of that? That was pretty cool.
It was really cool just to know she was on our side. She was cheering for us. There was no obligation for her to do that, but just the fact that she became a part of our culture for that night, it was really cool. And even afterwards, we were just talking after the seminar over food, and she was just saying oh man, we were talking about his fight, and I thought that was really neat. And it was cool because her and her dad were just like, wow, you guys have something special.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. Wow, MTK, MT. They were like, wow, that was so cool.
Yeah, it was. The energy was amazing. You know, there was people out there with the banner. I think Christine was out there with the banner. You know what I mean? Which was cool. Yeah. The energy was amazing. Definitely, man. It was exciting, man. It was exciting.
Absolutely.
You know, considering right after that, we just got a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah.
We did the seminar. So, you know.
And you know, just I want to kind of tease people a little bit here. So after that fight, going back to Dennis Warner, the promoter for WCK, when he came in after the fight, after he said his little thing about I would have, you know, gave Dave the win, he actually said, "You did so good tonight. I'm having my mega show April 22nd. It's all pros on the card. I have only 4 amateur bouts scheduled. I want you, David, to be on the amateur card." He was like, talk to your coach, Kru Neil, and then, you know, talk it over, and I'll call you guys on Monday. I'll call Kru Neil on Monday, and, you know, we'll work something out if you guys are open to it. So it was really cool, just the performance-wise, how he saw, like, wow, David really comes to fight. I want him on my next show with a bunch of all professionals.
So let me ask you this. So I put myself in David's shoes, right?
Yes.
And obviously I don't know exactly how he thinks, but you didn't win that fight, but you get the opportunity to go and you know, perform and fight at this venue, which is higher, which is a privilege, I think, because he must have seen obviously what we all saw, which was amazing, amazing performance from David. How do you balance that, right? Like, he didn't win the bout, but now he has this great opportunity coming up. Like, how do you balance that humbleness and everything? Like, how do you say, hey, listen, like, we have this, but this can't happen again, you know what I mean? Or at least we have to change it up. Like, how do you mentally, how does that work for you?
So for me, it's more drilling, because honestly, it just showed last night when he didn't perform and didn't do what he was supposed to. It just shows the muscle memory wasn't there. That's all it was. So it's just more drilling, because David is one of the most coachable fighters I've ever had. He listens. I mean, going back to the first round, if for anyone that was there, David was getting leg kicked. The guy was throwing right leg kicks, and it was knocking David off balance. So after the first round, he came to the corner. I told him, David, you need to flare your left foot out more. This is why when he's kicking you, he's knocking you off balance. So sure enough, round 2, David makes that switch, and the guy tries to throw a right low kick. David blocks it. The guy throws another kick again. He blocks it. The dude had to change his strategy. He's like, shoot, this is not working anymore. And that's what I mean by how coachable David is. So just the things that he did, it needs to be drilled more. That's all. And the cool thing about that, to answer your question, David just got so more inspired. He was just so angry at himself that he let that happen. And that's why I was not even upset, to be honest. When people perform like that and they lose because of certain things, all it is just, it's a reminder to them, like, dude, I need to drill this more. So now he's just more hungrier than ever. Like, Kru, he's like, we got to drill this. And I was like, I'm already on it. So he's just more hungrier now. He's just like, I'm going to work even harder this time. He's excited to showcase, because he was bummed that he let everyone down. He wanted that W really bad. So he's going to bring it next time. And I promise you fireworks April 22nd.
Yeah, but definitely, I think hearing it from everybody, all of our members and everybody who
even
went,
non-members, non-members.
Like, wow, he did amazing.
Yeah,
his performance was great,
like, you know? other gym people were saying, you guys got robbed. Everyone saw it a different way, which is kind of funny. So,
but that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm glad, and I can't wait for that. And you know, we'll talk about that fight once that happens, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? And hopefully, we can bring David back in here, and let's. I think maybe, you know, he's had a couple fights. By the time he has that next one, we'll bring him in here and we'll kind of recap everything and see where he's at.
I like that idea.
How's that sound?
I like that idea.
Let's jump into Supergirl. So we had her here. Yeah. We had the seminar. It was our first visit to Los Angeles. Yeah. It was. Did I tell you that when I picked him up, we did a whole cruise? I took him through the hood.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad traffic, so I was like, all right, let me show you the ghettos of Los Angeles, and let's work our way towards Beverly Hills, Hollywood, and everything. And they kind of wanted to see a few sites, you know. And so, you know, I just drove them around town, a couple pictures. I know they wanted to see the Hollywood sign and everything. We couldn't see it because it was raining, but they were exciting, man. Such humble individuals, such amazing energy and characters. But what'd you think of the seminar?
It was great. One thing I love, and I complimented them afterwards. was you see the genuine teaching. Like, they want to help people. They want, and I'm all about that. You know, they're not just teaching seminars to make money. You can see they want to pass down knowledge, and that's one thing that I appreciate as a teacher myself. That they genuinely wanted to help people and give people new good content, you know, good knowledge, and that's what I thought about it. And then sure enough, everyone that left was like, "Thank you so much. That was so much fun." Yeah. So they everyone had fun, and that's what it's all about: having fun, training an art that you love, and getting taught by someone who's passionate. Can't beat that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted them to eat tacos.
I
wanted to take them to like a little street taco place. I don't know. I've never had it, but you know, we haven't had the opportunity. But I didn't get the opportunity, but or something, pupusas or something. You know what I mean? But they're very cool, cool individuals. Those knees were no joke, and I don't know if you saw, but our producer over here took a couple knees to the from Supergirl, which we videotaped that, by the way.
I have not seen that.
So he's
Where was I when
that.
this happened?
He's gonna post that, right?
Okay.
You're gonna post that? Yeah.
Okay.
So and then we did it on the whole camera stuff and everything.
Nice.
So
I love that. I gotta wait to see it.
With no belly pad or nothing next time, you know what I mean, or anything like that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man. What else? What else did you think? For the seminar and everything, you know, things like that. Did they say anything about coming back later on in the future or anything like that?
They didn't, but I definitely welcomed them back. I said, you know, I appreciate you guys, and everyone had a great time. So I told them, if you ever do another U.S. tour, please come visit us again. We'd love to have you back. That's cool. So they just, you know, they nodded their head and smiled. So, yeah.
That's cool. I know that the famous Gizmo took a liking to Supergirl.
Yes, Supergirl actually said she wanted to take him home with her. She was playing Cupid. She wanted to hook up Gizmo with one of her dogs, you know, in Thailand.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? Yeah, but it was cool, man. It was exciting. I honestly was like, I saw that all the students and everybody was just stoked. Yeah, that was cool, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was definitely cool. And it's cool that she signed her banner and everything,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Memorabilia for us. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everything that we got going on. And then yesterday, I believe you told me that you met a gentleman that you looked up to, Dany Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who is he? Like, I don't know much about the history. He's not a existing fight. I mean, he doesn't fight anymore, right? He's retired.
He's not. Yeah, he's a retired Muay Thai fighter from the Golden Era. If anyone doesn't know what the Golden Era is, it's basically the time frame from like 1989 throughout the whole 90s. The 90s era was considered the Golden Era of Muay Thai. For those of you that don't know, is just that era was so phenomenally good at just showcasing lots of technique. Amazing fighters throughout that decade, and so much technique always being showcased. Now you see a lot of Muay Thai fighters, it's just like a strongman contest. Who can take the biggest, hardest hits, you know, smile, nod their head, and give it back. Yeah. You know, a lot of techniques have been lost throughout the years, but it's guys like Dany Bill that I looked up to. He's definitely one of my favorite fighters of all time.
What was it, Muay Thai?
Muay Thai. He's a French fighter from France, and one of the top elite fighters ever coming out of France.
Sure.
Like, he's so good. And for anyone that doesn't know about him, type in Dany Bill, DanyBill. Type in Dany Bill versus, and my goodness, you'll see lots of content. Such an amazing fighter. And so I got to meet him.
Yeah. Did you get a picture with him?
I did, yes. Dope. Our producer over there took a photo of us. So yeah, we got a good photo with him. And yeah, and we even talked. We said, maybe if he'd be interested, we could even do a seminar with him as well. And he was totally up for it. He's like, yeah, just message me on Instagram, and we'll talk more.
Does he live here?
He lives in France.
Oh, no
so
shit.
he was just talking how he was only in the States for like a month total.
Oh, okay.
But
him on the podcast too.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Absolutely.
So, say it again. Golden Era was what years? Just the 90s?
So like the 90s. Basically the 90s.
Really quick, 5 top Golden Era fighters that you looked up to growing up. Really quick, give me in 2-3 minutes. Tell me.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
obviously one of them, Dany Bill. Right?
Absolutely, Dany Bill. I'm gonna say Koban, Luke Chow Mei Se Tong.
I'm sorry. Just kidding.
I would say Koban. I would say Samat, Payakun, I would say Somrak, and then fifth one, I'm gonna throw in Jongsan and Fairtex. And those are just 5. I mean, there's just so many good people. Like, I can't really name 5, but those are just 5 off the top of my head.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If anyone knows those names, type them up. Like, on YouTube, I promise you will not be disappointed. These guys are amazing fighters to watch.
Are all the rest, aside from Dany, are they all Thai fighters, the rest of them?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they're all Thai fighters. The only foreigner was Dany Bill that I mentioned, but Ramon Decker is another one. That's you know, he's amazing too. He's no longer with us. He passed away,
really?
you know, quite a bit ago.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like amazing fighters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure right now everybody's typing that up.
Yeah, I hope so.
That'd be cool.
I hope so.
Who's your number one?
I can't even say that, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I can't even.
Okay,
like,
so you were on the boat, right? And you had a fucking lifesaver. You had to throw it to it. Who's getting it, bro?
I don't know.
I like you all. You're all drowning.
I'm gonna grab onto it. Everyone grab onto a limb. Everyone link up like a chain.
That's cool,
Yeah.
dude. But so we have Martin's fight coming up in the next couple of weeks. So actually, his fight camp starts, right?
Yeah, his fight camp starts Monday.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's like
back to back.
you know what's crazy is that we have we're running all this, right? We're running the gym 7 days a week, and then you have the fighters, and then you have the fights, and then you have the podcast, and then you have your personal life, and then you have all the fighting camps and everything.
Yeah.
How do you, like, right now, what is your process right now? Like, okay, so we're starting is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Shit. Okay, so we just had David's fight camp and an actual fight that just ended. And then tomorrow you start Martin's fight camp, which will be, when is his fight?
So April 8th.
So we're talking about what, 4 more weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah,
So you
4
got
weeks.
4 weeks of down shifting, not because you have to look at him differently because he fights different, right?
That's right.
Now you have to shift everything and still run everything else. What's going through your mind, and how do you prepare yourself for the next shit? It's in the next 15 hours, 20 hours. We'll be back at it again.
Yeah.
Like, what's going through your head right now? Like,
Just
you're all asleep.
yeah, get rest, of course.
Yeah.
But no, it's now my goal is April 8th.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do everything in my power to to make sure Martin does his best as well. Negative thoughts don't even come into my mind, to be honest. That's my goal. That's our mission. Let's go. That's it. And I think that's why we've been so successful, right, buddy? I mean, just everything we do as a partnership, I mean, we both run on the same cylinders.
Yeah.
And my work ethic in fighting and training has always been there. And then, now I'm learning that business side from you. Yeah. So it's just kind of cool thing I wanted to share is just I see the correlation of like the business and like how I used to put myself into fighting. It's literally like the same thing.
But that goes with everything.
Yeah.
Like I told you, like it's relationships. It's, it's the fighting. It's the business. It's all, you know what I mean? You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to give it attention. You have to learn it, you know, just everything, you know. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this new fight camp and everything that's going on. Obviously, Martin's just as coachable as David is. He's hungry, which would be amazing. So, April 8th?
April 8th,
So we got another busy month then.
And on top of that, we've launched our new fight camp series, right? So now we just finished David's fight camp series. Now we're going to go into Martin's fight camp series. So stay tuned for that, guys. If you haven't, just stay tuned. Martin's fight camp's coming up soon as well. That'll be a new episode released every week leading up to his fight as well. So stay tuned, everyone. If you haven't checked out David's yet, go check out David's and wait for the finale for David's episode. Like I said, I'll be sharing some content that you guys didn't get to hear in the dressing room that I spoke with David. And then we'll lead into Martin. So it's going to be a busy 2 months.
And then we have Rotang coming out too.
Yes, absolutely.
When is Rotang coming?
April 13th.
April 13th.
That's a Thursday evening. Yes. So we got a lot of stuff going on.
But wait, So we have we have Martin that's fighting in April. We have Rodtang, and then we have David that's going to fight again in April.
Yes.
Is it in April?
Yes. The promoter wanted David back on his mega show April 22nd.
Where's that going to be at? Do you know yet?
Burbank Marriott.
And where's Martin's going to be at?
Commerce Casino.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be good. So Rodtang, that one's going to be crazy, dude, just as much as Supergirl.
Yeah.
Are you excited for that one?
Absolutely. Rodtang is definitely one of the modern fighters that I enjoy watching today. I love his pressure, and they don't. If you don't know anything about Rodtang, you should definitely check him out because you'll understand why they call him the Iron Man. That's all I'm gonna say. Just go YouTube him and check out, and you'll see why they call him the Iron Man.
And you know what's also cool about that? Yeah, he's going to also be on our podcast. So
absolutely,
I'm excited for that.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shoot, man, I just so much going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to stock up on Celsius. Shout out Celsius. Send us some cases. Preferably this one. What is this one? The strawberry lemonade.
Oh shoot, that's one of my favorites.
But yeah, man. What else we got going on that we have to tap into?
I mean, we got David's next fight. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have. Oh my gosh, April. Wait a minute. Isn't Easter's in April, right?
Easter too.
Yeah, shoot. We got a little Easter thing we got going on for the kids program.
Yeah.
Our yearly Easter egg hunt. Yeah.
I'm gonna get that weekend off.
There you go.
Let Jen and Kim handle that. You know what we should do though?
What?
Which one of us is gonna be the Easter bunny?
I think you.
No, I'm gonna be a little short Easter bunny. With you, it'd be like nice and white and tall. You know what I mean? Like tall. You know what I mean?
Might scare the kids. I've never seen a bunny rabbit this tall.
There you go. But yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. You know what I mean? But I mean, other than that, bro, I think this is some good stuff that we pushed out that people got to look forward to and things that we got going on. And I think with that, man, I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we're set, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, aside from that, guys, stay tuned. I mean, we have a lot coming up. We have a tremendous amount of things that we're going to be experiencing, talking about.
Yes.
And if you have anything else you want to tap into, man, I think we're good.
We just want to keep giving people good content, good content, something enjoyable to listen to and also informative, right?
Yeah.
They learn stuff. We want people to get stuff from us as well. A lot of people don't get to talk to me and my business partner, Edwin. We're always so busy. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode of Muay Thai Saved Me. Just remember, guys, each week we interview people and we talk about how Muay Thai has impacted their lives. Stay tuned next Tuesday.
Yeah. And guys, do us a favor, please. Can you guys share, like, and
subscribe?
There you go. Thank you guys. Till next time.